believe Indonesian culture plays a big role in making social media grow huge in this country. Slightly different with other Asian countries. Indonesian culture built the people's character to be more friendly, more curious, and full togetherness.
That was a snippet explaining the uniqueness of people in Indonesia that translates to the massive development of social and digital media. Welcome to Digital Media in Indonesia podcast. The view we have just heard comes from Ratri Adityarani, a writer from Penn Olson, one of Asia's websites that caters information about development in digital media in Asia. She'll share with us some of her expertise on the digital media landscape in Indonesia and its standing as compared to other Asian countries. We do hope that you enjoy the podcast, and we'll begin with how she begins to write for Penn Olson.
I was working as a freelance writer and translator before, and I'm writing for local media.
Yeah.
Then a friend of another tech blog introduced me to Willis, the co-founder of Penn Olson. And after we talked and shared our insights, then they agreed to let me share about Indonesian technology scenes through my writings in Penn Olson blog.
As we know, digital media's landscape in Indonesia is very fast and broad and it's fast developing. So what is actually different about digital media, especially social media in Indonesia from other Southeast Asian countries?
I believe Indonesian culture plays a big role in making social media grow huge in this country. Slightly different with other Asian countries. Indonesian culture built the people's character to be more friendly, more curious, and full togetherness. You know, Indonesian people love to socializing.
Yeah.
The people love to share their daily lives, experiences, and make connections with anyone. And their curiosity helps them to explore more the digital media, and it becomes a part of their lives.
So, regarding the government, what do you think has been the most imperative role of government in helping the development of this digital media in Indonesia?
Government is now improving with more regulations in information technology. It also has some great programs to help the development of digital media in the country. Because I think without the good regulation, it will be hard for anyone, any businesses to grow in this digital platform here. Because everything is connected from the human resources, networks, infrastructures, and companies. But it should be well regulated. So the most imperative role, I think, how the government make good regulations about information technology here.
Have you seen any regulations that actually help the development of digital media further?
Yes. Well, for example, we can see how the government is trying to work with the BlackBerry. It is now trying to work with some providers and also to make better content. I think because Indonesian people love to use internet for socializing, so the government should make a good regulation on what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to be shown and to access for the people here.
Okay, so going forward, do you have any advice for marketers or business that wants to utilize social media in Indonesia?
Indonesia is a very huge market for any businesses actually, especially for anyone who uses social media to expand their business. Because people here love to hear new things. So I think for marketers and businesses can try to blend into people's lives, to their daily lives, and they can promote whatever they have in social media. Because Indonesian is very easy to get encouraged by anything in social media.
Can you tell them any tips or tricks to make their jump successful to social media?
The tips probably being more friendly and not just informing, but being being friendly in social media, like I don't know, like sharing what your company have, what your business offers to people, like Foursquare and Twitter. Twitter is huge here because everyone see and hear anything through Twitter, and they share anything through Twitter, and also Facebook. If you see in Indonesian businesses, they love to share things in Facebook, photos and experiences, and it's a good thing. They can communicate with the market and also the businesses, so they knew each other, what they want and what they have, what they provide for the market.
Okay, so the last question will be on the release of IT Competitiveness Report in 2011. It's being released by Business Social Alliance. They rank Indonesia actually number 57 out of all the 66 countries involved. It was only up 2 positions and even below Southeast Asian countries like Singapore, Philippines, and Vietnam. However, as you see, Indonesia has a very strong development in social media. So, how will you give tips and recommendations as to how to bridge the gap between the low level of competitiveness and also skill and also the very good infrastructure of Indonesia's digital landscape?
Okay, I realize that Indonesia is still left behind any other Asian countries in IT infrastructures. The internet connection is still very poor. The human resources, equipment, regulations, and education in information technology are still big homework, not just for the government, but also for the people. But despite all the deficiencies, it did not hold back the passion people have here to jump into the digital world. Everyone is trying to make friends, make businesses, basically do the things we usually do, but in a different way than we usually have in our daily life.
Okay.
Like internet cafes, mobile internet modems, mobile phones, those are inseparable things for Indonesians nowadays. I think if the government and the people work together, side by side, to develop and improve the information technology in this country, Indonesia could overcome the gap between low IT skill sets and high social media usage. First, we have to work on the regulations, of course, and then we build a better network by improving equipment, people's education on IT, and then I think Indonesia could be more competitive with other Asian countries.
Thank you for listening to our digital media podcast. We hope that through this interview, all of us will gain a better understanding of the digital media landscape in Indonesia, and maybe the marketers and also the government could gain a few tips from this podcast, all for the better of digital media in Indonesia. Do visit us on our Wikipedia page entitled Digital Media in Indonesia, or like our Facebook page under Digital Media in Indonesia. You can also engage with us through our Twitter hashtag at DMIndo. This is Dennis signing off from Digital Media in Indonesia podcast.